Welcome back, my little hard-shelled hamburgers!
There's a character in the digital circus who's not like the rest, and we've uncovered their sinister secrets. There's something about Jax that just doesn't add up. Like, how does he even have the keys to everyone's room?
I happen to know a way into the kingdom walls, if you'd be willing to help us out in return.
Is he a master lockpicker or just really into DIY security?
Don't worry, Dollface. I've got a key to his room.
Wait, why? You shouldn't have keys to anyone's room.
Nah, I've got keys everywhere, and you've all been fine.
Is Jax an AI? Is Jax secretly the show's villain? Was Jax actually a hacker? And believe it or not, is Jax someone from the Bible?
Maybe there'll be blood, death, and violence in the next adventure.
Ha 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 ha, how wholesome.
Gooseworx has been saying a lot of things about this on Tumblr that nobody has talked about yet. We're going to address all of these theories and tell you the final Jax verdict based on real clues from the show and Gooseworx's very own words. Spoiler, it's wilder than my favorite Ants soap opera plot twist. But first, let's lay out some facts about Jax that you need to pay attention to so that you can understand the theories. According to the TADC fandom Wikipedia, Jax is a mischievous, occasionally flat-out bloodthirsty,
Violence.
calm, sassy, and brazenly condescending individual, and rarely shows any empathy or remorse for those around him. And we'll have to agree with that ridiculously long description. But this is just a small glimpse into Jax's dark side, a side with its own agenda.
I'm so unbelievably disappointed right now.
We hope you're prepared because once we reveal it, you'll never look at Jax the same way. Apart from just being sassy, Jax's biggest personality trait is bullying those around him.
Ooh, a new AI. You don't want to mess with the new AI, Zuby?
Seriously, he's like the Regina George of the digital circus, minus the Pink Wednesdays. He's always seen bullying Gangle, like when he steps on her mask and pushes her out of his way. And he even antagonizes the Glowing Queen, calling her completely and utterly disgusting.
Okay, wait, you did what now?
Well, love to help you again sometime. Bye!
Clearly, chivalry is dead in the digital circus. Whether they are his friend or a stranger he just met, Jax never holds back from being snarky and rude.
All right, Gangle, when we catch up to him, I'll jump over, crawl inside, and shoot him repeatedly until they're unrecognizable.
We also have to note that nothing bothers Jax. When Pomni, a whole new human being, is added into the circus, he only cares about redoing the theme song because priorities, am I right?
Because if it's a new character, we're gonna have to redo this whole theme song.
Instead of trying to make her comfortable with what is obviously a very weird and scary experience, he tells her that there is no way to leave when Ragatha is trying to break it to her gently.
Let's just try to calm down. Everything's gonna be okay, new stuff.
What do you mean?
Guys, don't be mean.
We've been stuck here for years. Old Kinger over there's supposedly been here the longest. That's why he's crazy.
Smooth Jax, real smooth. Speaking about leaving, Jax doesn't really seem to care about leaving. We can attribute that to the fact that he's been there a long time like the rest. But unlike the rest, Jax doesn't seem to care about anything. And why is that? Why doesn't anything get under his skin? In fact, it seems like Jax doesn't even consider everyone else his friends. This is what leads us to our first theory, that although we were all drawn to his charm, Jax is the ultimate downfall of the circus, and going by Gooseworx's words, he's going to do something irredeemably bad. There have been numerous incidents where Jax has shown that he simply doesn't care. From the very beginning, when Gangle is mourning her broken comedy mask, Jax steps on it.
They broke my comedy mask.
So, Kane, we having a new adventure today for the newbie or what?
When Zubul is stolen by some gloinks, he just says,
Oh no, they killed Zubul. Anyway, you guys wanna go get something to eat?
Now remember that because we're going to talk about it again in just a minute and it'll all start making sense. Once you put the puzzle together, you'll understand Jax's plan too. He pushes Gangle and bullies her constantly.
Hey, Gangle, you should ram into him.
What?
You should not ram them. Tommy's still on board.
Do it, it'll be epic.
Once they finish the Candy Canyon Kingdom adventure, Jax leaves the gates open on purpose so that the fudge monster can devour all the inhabitants. Nothing says sociopath like unleashing a monster to kill an entire city. As part of that same adventure, he threw Pomni out of the truck, and he was also fine with Pomni dying during the truck ramming sequence. He doesn't even attend Kaufmo's funeral. I mean, who needs closure when you can just be bloodthirsty and sassy? It's pretty clear that Jax doesn't like anyone in the circus. Plus, Gooseworx has also confirmed that no one in the circus likes Jax. Wow, such a huge shocker. All of this seems to point to the fact that there is a sinister plan behind his smile. But while we don't really like Jax, we don't really believe that theory. Here's why. Jax seems to know things that nobody else does, like how to get the keys. Maybe he also knows that it's impossible to really get hurt in the circus. When Ragatha and Pomni were glitching out, it only took a simple snap from Kane to undo everything. Jax probably just understands that no one can really get hurt, so it isn't a huge deal. Plus, he totally missed playing nice lessons back in kindergarten. Abstraction is one of the worst things to happen, and Jax does save Gangle and Kinger from Kaufmo's abstracted form, showing that he does care in a way. He's also seen sad after Kaufmo's funeral. But when Gooseworx was asked on Tumblr if Jax is just a jerk or an anti-hero, she said there's absolutely nothing heroic about him. But there's something unsettling about Jax, and what if he's not controlled by consciousness like the rest? What if Jax is controlled by code? Confused? Well, let's put it this way. Jax is an NPC. And you'd say, of course not stupid. Kane would obviously get rid of him immediately like he did in episode 2 to our favorite Gummy Goo, right? Some theories believe that Jax just hid really well, but it's hard to believe this when we know that Kane has more eyes than a potato farm and controls everything. But at the end of episode 2, when Kane deletes Gummy Goo by popping him like he's bubblegum, we see Kane say something a bit disturbing about how he can't keep track of NPCs and humans.
I know you guys love your NPCs, but if I start losing track of who's a human and who's an NPC, who knows what could happen?
This implies that something bad has happened before, that at some point of time Kane has actually got humans and NPCs mixed up. So maybe one of the characters is actually an NPC that Kane couldn't keep track of properly. And a lot of evidence points to Jax being the actual NPC, like having keys and such. All this makes Jax more likely to be part of the game and not a real human. There's no personality to that rabbit, just pixels and a plan to take over and gain power. But whoa, wait, we're getting ahead of ourselves. You could say that maybe Jax just knows things because he's been in the circus for so long. But it's revealed that Kinger was there for the longest time and he is 48 years old. Considering Jax is only 22, unless he was on some super accelerated learning program, he couldn't have possibly been in the circus for long enough to understand more than Kinger. And the biggest thing of all, Jax breaks the fourth wall. You see, there are only two characters who ever speak directly to us as the audience. But when Pomni is trying to assure herself that she's dreaming in episode 1, Jax stares directly at the camera and breaks the fourth wall. We see him do it again in episode 2, where he shrugs and looks right at us. Once again, this is super weird that Jax can do this because the only other character we see do this is Kane, who is an NPC. Also, in Gooseworx's original description of the series, she says that a rogue AI Torment has fun adventures with 6 human souls. Adventures with implies that the AI is alongside them in these adventures, and Kane does not come with them on any of these adventures. But you know who does? Jax. He's always with them. And the weirdest thing is that Jax's official merch is the only merch that involves the Void. None of the other characters, not even Kane, have the Void in their background, but Jax does. This theory might sound off the rails, but there's an even more wild theory with a huge amount of evidence next. There's more to the NPC theory and more evidence to prove that Jax is an AI anomaly, along with more shocking theories about Jax even being a mannequin gone rogue. Subscribe and hit that notification button to listen to all of these upcoming theories and more digital circus content. Could it be a mere chance that the final feast in the amazing digital circus mirrors the iconic Last Supper painting? Maybe, or is this bunny a character from the Bible? Wait till we unravel the shocking parallels between Jax and a biblical character that we're all very familiar with. Could it be a mere chance that when Pomni is stuck in the exit loop, she sees the company's sign C and A on the wall? C stands for Cain, and well, C and A is Cain and Abel. Another biblical reference. Coincidence again? No way. Moses parting the sea? Nah, just Jax parting with everyone's patience. Coming back to the feast and comparing the seating, Pomni is in Jesus' spot, so where does that leave our favorite character, Jax? Well, it's seen that Pomni, Ragatha, and Jax are the main trio, so either Ragatha or Jax will end up as Judas, betraying Pomni. To support Ragatha, we see that she matches Judas's exact position. Maybe Ragatha is still bordering resentment from Pomni not helping her. After all, she was in so much pain after Kaufmo's abstracted form attacked her and Pomni just ran away. And I'd be so mad after the new kid I've been super nice to decides to leave me for dead with a big abstracting clown. But we also see Jax being, well, Jax, we wouldn't put it past him to betray Pomni and the group just because he wants some fun. Now brace yourself, because what if Jax isn't bound by the rules of the circus, but instead he's the one writing them? He is the ultimate imposter among us because he isn't even playing the game. Jax is a hacker. Considering the digital circus is some sort of VR headset game, it's possible for it to be hacked by someone. Remember when Jax said that he had all the keys? In the literal computer science sense, he could have the cryptographic key to get into the game's code and data. Also, we see Jax teleporting into thin air after he leaves Ragatha and Pomni to deal with Kaufmo. What's up with that? He's pretty much the rabbit in a magician's hat with that sort of magic trick. None of the other characters seem to be able to do it. After all, if Ragatha could teleport, she wouldn't be attacked by Kaufmo. If Zubul could teleport, they wouldn't be taken by the Gloinks. Only Jax can. Because he's not part of the circus like everyone else. That's why nothing bothers him. Because unlike the other players here by force, Jax is here out of his own choice. And since he's just in this game for fun, nothing would really matter to him. According to Glitch, Jax was even the one to choose his own name. So can Jax get out whenever he wants then? Did he get into the game as a hacker and end up stuck? If Jax really is a hacker, can he help me fix my internet connection? We're not really sure. This theory seems to hold a lot of weight, but we can only confirm in future episodes. Speaking of which, we've got a lot of clues and Easter eggs we found for episode 3. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel to join us backstage, and smack that notification button to find out about episode 3 before everyone else.